Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Ministry of Education and AICTE has launched Investor Network to foster a conducive environment for startup development and facilitation of entrepreneurship by transforming innovative ideas into sustainable businesses. Honorable Minister of Education Shri Dharmendra Pradhan launched the program and interacted with the investors. AICTE Chairman Professor T.G. Sitaram set the things in motion.
The MoE AICTE Investor Network is a stepping stone to further establish the innovative connections, culture of startups and entrepreneurship among young innovators and industry leaders. So I would like to highlight that since 2017, we have funded more than 200 student and faculty-led innovation at AICTE, each receiving up to 10 lakhs of rupees through various programs like IIT Innovation Contest, Smart India Hackathon, etc. But however, through this Investors Network, we are looking more than that, so that our students can take their startup to higher levels immediately. So together, let us pave the way for the future, where education transcends barriers, empowers individuals, and enriches communities. In the meantime, we will also translate knowledge into economy.
एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पुरानी विषय है, लेकिन इनोवेशन एक नया इनिशिएटिव है भारत में। पिछले 10 सालों में हमारी सरकार ने इनोवेशन पे जितना जोर दिया है, उतना जोर आजादी के उपरांत किसी कालखंड में नहीं देगा। हमने देखा बहुत सारे छोटे चीज जो भारत में हो सकता है, उसको लेने के लिए विदेश जाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि हमने अपने मार्केट रिक्वायरमेंट को लोकलाइज कभी नहीं किया। इस स्टार्टअप्स ने एक अच्छा चीज किया कि हमारी डोमेस्टिक रिक्वायरमेंट को लोकलाइज किया, उसको एक सॉल्यूशन लेके आया, डीप टेक में भी लाया, सॉफ्ट एरिया में भी लेके आया, और उसको आपने भरोसा किया। जैसे भी हो, पिछले 15-20 सालों की जर्नी में 1 लाख से प्लस स्टार्टअप, 1000 से ज्यादा इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, और एनुअली भी आप मेरे को बता रहे थे $10 बिलियन की एनुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट। हमें एक मैकेनिज्म बनानी पड़ेगी, हम कैसे स्टूडेंट, फैकल्टी, इन्वेस्टर और इंडस्ट्री यानी मार्केट, इसकी एक इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैकेनिज्म करना पड़ेगा। इतना ही तो है ना। नए बच्चे जुटेंगे, उनको पैसा चाहिए, उनको आइडिया चाहिए, उनको मार्केट चाहिए, मेंटरिंग चाहिए। आज प्रधानमंत्री जी के रूप में नहीं रहे हैं, वो एक मोटिवेटर हो चुके हैं। वो कुछ कहते हैं तो बच्चे उसमें से घुस जाते हैं, लेकिन इस बच्चों की उत्साह को अगर आप जैसे अनुभवी लोग एक चैनल देंगे, मेंटरिंग करेंगे। पैसा तो देखो इस नॉट इशू, पैसा इशू है, लेकिन पैसा नहीं तो मेन इशू। एक्सपीरियंस, तजुर्बा, अफेक्शन, मोटिवेशन, गिरने के बाद भी उठाने का जो मदद आपकी चाहिए, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। इसीलिए इसको मैंने एक ही सजेशन देके जा रहा हूं, आने वाले दिनों में हर एक राज्य में आपकी कुछ फोरम वगैरह है तो, और हायर एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट आज AICTE सेक्रेटरीट को चलाएगा, लेकिन उसमें 11-12 से लेके हायर एजुकेशन तक। हायर एजुकेशन में 4 करोड़ बच्चे, स्किल इकोसिस्टम में लगभग 25 लाख बच्चे, ITI वगैरह में, और 11-12 में हमारे देश में 4 करोड़ बच्चे, एक साल में 2-2 करोड़ बच्चे, यानी आपके पास 8-10 करोड़ बच्चों की एक स्पेस है। सब तो आइडिया में इंटरप्रेन्योर नहीं बनेंगे, लेकिन ये स्पेस है। उसी के अंदर कोई स्किल मैन पावर बनेगा, कोई सप्लाई चेन में काम करेगा, कोई प्रोमोटर होगा, कोई OEM होगा। ये सारे आइडिया को अगर हम पीछे से बैकअप देंगे, तब जाके हम $30 ट्रिलियन की कल्पना को पूरा कर पाएंगे।
AICTE Vice Chairman Dr. Abhay Jere briefed the audience about the program.
Ministry of Education actually conceptualized Ministry of Education Innovation Cell under the aegis of AICTE in 2018. And at that time, our primary agenda was to build a vibrant, sustainable innovation ecosystem in our higher educational institutes. Because we wanted to ensure that good ideas don't get killed, because till that time, all the majority of the colleges, tier 2, tier 3 colleges, were talking about placements and not about job creation. So we felt that a major intervention has to be done. So we conceptualized IICs, Institutional Innovation Councils. It's a completely innovative homegrown model where we are hand-holding institutions on quarterly basis. We are telling them what to do, what not to do, and we actually track them. We give them the events, calendar of events which they have to follow, and we tell them just follow our instructions and we will ensure that innovation ecosystem will get established in a sustainable way within your institution. So we started in 2018 and now we have innovation councils in 7,690 institutes. And this innovation ecosystem works around the circular aspects or the diagram which we have shown. It talks about investments, it talks about ideation, it talks about problem solving and so on and so forth. Through this IIC initiative, till date in India, we have organized more than you can say 1.75 lakh initiatives. And for each initiative, we have a record with us, what they have done, how they have done, including videographs of these initiatives. So now, once we have reached this stage, means last year about 72,000 initiatives have been done in our colleges through these IIC. So we said now we have to move forward. So while we were working on these initiatives, we also made an initiative or started an initiative called IICTE. Because what we realized was that if somebody goes and asks, okay, how many edtech startups or agri startups you have, nobody knows the answer. In India currently, how many, if they are registered, it's fine, you will get an answer. But there are a large number of ideas which are not registered also. So we said that we have to build a platform where we can assimilate all this information, because we have more than 8,500 educational institutes which are in technical domain. So we conceptualized this entire platform, and I'm very happy to share with you that currently we have 102,000 submissions, ideas submitted in this IICTE portal, out of which 6,155 are registered startups. Okay? Then we have 38,000 technologies which are in between TRL 4 and TRL 9 level. So sometimes many of these, so we had to do a lot of training of our institutions to tell what is TRL levels, what 1 means, what 2 means, what. So now we have 38,000 ideas in, and which could be of interest to the group sitting here. And then we also have some ideas which in TRL 4, 1 to 4, which are 56,000. So we may currently, those are at a nascent state, we may currently ignore them to some extent. So this is an integrated approach which we are looking at. We have IICs. Through these IICs, we generate ideas. Now we have started a platform to assimilate, we have a very robust platform to assimilate these ideas. Then we have a group in within myself which looks into IP so helping them in supporting them for IP filing and so on. So that scheme we call as Kapila. So in 2018, before we started scheme, 2019, we had around 3,000 patents getting filed from our educational institute, and last week data, we have 22,000 now patents getting filed from our educational institutes, and we have supported through this Kapila. So again, it has made a huge impact. And now the missing piece in all this was the investor network. So we felt, because after talking to large number of colleges and students, we felt that that piece is really missing. And as government, we are not very experts in that. And our secretary sir told us that we need to actually work on this. And he has given me a target of getting 100 investors on board by end of this month. And then we will move to the next milestone is of 500 investors. Apart from that, AICTE has 12 infrastructures or 12 facilities across the country. Earlier they were our regional offices, but we closed down those regional offices. And now we have converted those regional offices into innovation centers. And the primary objective of these innovation centers will be for scouting ideas. Some of the people here will be actually mentoring even the innovation center also to go ahead and scout ideas. So we will have backing of about 12 offices apart from the central office at AICTE to support our investor community. And when it comes to this investor community, we have currently onboarded 81 people, 81 investors, out of which I think 62 are already here. So thanks for turning up in large number. And through this now, and working with you all, now we will come up with a very robust policy on what should be do's and don'ts of this community. Because we also want to ensure that students are helped and supported, they don't get arm twisted, they don't get taken for a ride. So we have to put right kinds of checks and balances. So what will be the role of ministry, how we are going to have that engagement kind of a model? So we have to put a very robust policy in place. So in next 1 month, my team under the leadership of Mr. Bala, we will actually work with some of you and we'll come up with a document, and then we will put that document in public domain also, so that we get more before it actually converts it into a policy. So currently this is the profile of the investors what we have. We are extremely happy to have you. It's a journey which we will be taking together, because we may not have answers for all your questions. We don't want to sit in ivory tower and do something which may not work on ground. So some of the things we will walk together and explore as we move forward. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Secretary Higher Education Shri Sanjay Murthy also interacted with the investors.
Your role will not only be restricted to being available or participating or devoting your time to this network, but we will be reaching out to you from IIT DM Kanchipuram also to see how much of time you can associate. We will be adopting institutions to formulate curriculums as well as programs to ensure that our faculty also is up to the mark to deliver content for entrepreneurship and design development. We are really open to suggestions from you to see how well we ground this type of initiative such that actual value can be delivered to the student as well as the investors in this journey.
Members of the investor network seemed very upbeat about the whole idea.
Our youth has got so many brilliant ideas which can be converted into a successful business and them as a successful entrepreneur.
This is a great initiative by the Ministry of Education for the investor network. I think it's a message, clear message to catch them young. And their innovations are happening across the world, and India is now pioneering it. And we're going to fund to the students, we're going to nurture them, we're going to harness them, we're going to promote them, we're going to partnership with them, and we're going to excel with them.
We believe this is the right time and the right opportunity, much needed effort and initiative. the Honorable Minister, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, gave a very nice vision, and the simplicity with which he explained what needs to be done and where are the areas we can focus sets up more enthusiasm for us as well to work and take this forward.
So across the world, most large startups, whether they are Google or Facebook or FedEx, they all started in the students' academy, in colleges, when the students were finishing their colleges. That partnership between the academia and the students and with investors really created magic in startup communities worldwide. That is what we've been able to do here with the partnership of various investors. We are looking forward to how we can create an ecosystem of students, faculty, and large number of investors together, so the investors can benefit from the best of ideas which are coming up from the academic communities. Startups can benefit from the best of guidance, and everybody together can benefit in the growth of the country. So I really applaud the ministry for making sure that this event kicks off, and I know that investors from across the world would really appreciate this, because this will help them get the best, the cream of the best ideas in the country. The next Googles and Apples and Teslas will happen in our universities. I'm sure about it.
The initiative taken by AICTE is absolutely welcomed, and this will really encourage the entrepreneurial mindset of students who are getting educated in the finance institutions in the country.
If you look at the last 5-6 years of the transformation that has been happening in our country, that started from Smart India Hackathon, that started from innovation ecosystem, and the national educational policy, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Made in India. I think all these initiatives have been great success, transforming every single aspect in our country. And the final part is what happened today. I think it's been initiated today, I would say, because every startup has been successful. The innovation ecosystem has been going great. Today, the students, community, the whole innovation ecosystem gets stuck at two areas. One is mentorship, another one is investor connect. That's the gaps being identified by the Ministry of Education and AICTE. Today, we have initiated this network. This is going to, on a phase 100 investors are going to be part of this network, and they're going to mentor, choose the colleges, the startups, domain-wise, sector-wise, vertical-wise, the size of the startup-wise, and they're going to make a huge impact by supporting the students and the innovation ecosystem. This is a great initiative. Every investors who have come here been expressing that's a great initiative by the ministry and the AICTE. This is going to be a huge transformation in our country. I look forward for expanding this 100 investors into 500 investor network sooner than later. Jai Hind. Namaste.
It's an excellent program whereby the education and the startups collaborating from the investor angle. So we hope many more programs are conducted, and lot of points are exchanged between the investors, the startups, and the education department.
Empaneled kind of a investor with us. So that process Mr. Bala is currently working on. So we will have some real stringent guidelines for that. And once that thing has happened, we will actually, you will have a dedicated small section on AICTE's website actually highlighting your contribution.
I just want to give you one more information. So we are running actually innovation, design.
At the outset, I would like to congratulate Ministry of Education, AICTE and IIC for this great initiative to connect investors, angel investors and venture funds into the startup ecosystem, which is really blooming on the campuses. This is a step in the right direction and a missing link to provide mentorship, guidance, support, and the much needed early stage capital to the students, faculty-led startups which are coming out of the campuses.
I am really happy to be here. Thank you AICTE, Ministry of Education, to making us a part here. And just about this initiative, it's a great initiative, really inspiring. This is something which is very apt in time, and this is much required for all these startups to motivate them, to mentor them, and make them a successful entity. I wish the Ministry of Education and AICTE initiatives best of luck.
It's a welcome initiative by AICTE to launch an investor network, which I believe is going to motivate a lot of students to pick up entrepreneurship and build sustainable ventures, create employment, and contribute to the economy that our nation is eyeing to build and deserves to build.
So friends, as you are aware that now we have MoE AICTE investor network already in place. And if you really look at some of the suggestions which have come from the meeting, they're extremely exciting. We are actually exploring the possibility of creating funds of fund, which will help or which will go ahead and invest in students and faculty startups. We are also exploring a possibility of even creating a Section 8 company to take this initiative forward in a much more systematic way. So, now the exciting times are going to be there. There is no going to be dearth of fund for our student and faculty startups. I hope that many more investors are going to join this MoE AICTE investor network. So just watch this space and if possible join us in large numbers.